we go. Big Ten After Dark. Oregon and UCLA off and running. And Oregon will have the ball first after Whittington calls for the fair catch. So Dillon Gabriel, Mark, you're just talking about the accuracy for Gabriel. He's basically been just a human jugs machine, spitting out completion after completion this year.
Yeah, it's really been the run game. Will Stein, the offensive coordinator, all the quick game, all the screen game, deploying it to all these weapons. That has been their run game to the tune of 84%. And I think they're going to start out trying to go uber fast. UCLA likes to move around a ton on defense. UCLA is going to try to cover every offensive lineman, just like this look all throughout the night.
So the first snap of the Big Ten era goes on the ground, and Jordan James head for a few yards before the former Oregon Duck, Bryan Addison, brings him down.
Here's some of that tempo. We get into a bunch set up top.
There's some familiar names out there for the Ducks. On the UCLA side tonight, 5 former Ducks now wearing the blue and gold for the Bruins. Underneath, Tez Johnson, first completion for Dillon Gabriel is near a first down for the Ducks. And they do have it to move the chains.
And Tez Johnson is one of those guys. Traeshon Holden, Evan Stewart, Tez Johnson, one touch and they're gone.
There is no doubt about the skill position speed for the Ducks.
Trying to figure out the offensive line situation, some of formation, different motion now coming up.
Oregon coming off a bye week after beating their rival Oregon State on the road 2 weeks ago. Another catch for Tez Johnson, and he has 9 yards before KJ Wallace got to him.
Just a little flat route, just routes on air, no pressure at all. Pancho, they call him. Lalo Ulu, who's kind of settled things at center. Will Stein said he's the future of this offensive line, and my man crush, I'm going to be honest, Terrence Ferguson. This guy is a stud with and without the ball.
You were eyes wide when we were talking to Will Stein about Ferguson. Solid tight end for Oregon on the flank. Early action for Tez Johnson. He has another first down in the quick pop.
Total package, just a combination of so many great tight ends over the years. Kind of a Pharaoh Brown combined with maybe David Paulson, Justin Peele, and a side of everything else. But just all over the field, they motion him in, out, empty, run routes for him. Great without the ball as well.
And Ferguson up to the top side on first down for Gabriel. He looked his way, back to Johnson. It's juggled, and then Ferguson almost picked that off the turf. He did not. It did hit the ground.
Yeah, Johnson's going to come in. He's running an option route, coming into your screen left to right. And never from it controls that, almost a ball drill to Kalen Moore. That would have been a dream start for UCLA defensively.
Definitely down.
Yes, no doubt about it.
No Virginia Tech Miami conversation to have.
Too soon? Is it too soon?
On this first drive. Gabriel pings one underneath. And it'll be third down coming up after Herbert makes the catch. In UCLA's 3 games, the other team is converting over half the time on this down. 56%. Movement up front, but Gabriel looked to the sideline, changed the play.
He does a great job of that. The motion, hard count, trying to get the defense to show themselves and jump. One-man rush.
On Oregon's first third down of the night, underneath to James, through the ankle tackle. And with the reach, he has a first down to the 40-yard line.
This is what Dillon Gabriel does so well. Great vision downfield. Where's my check down? This is a mismatch athletically for everybody on that field. His former teammate, Bryan Addison, brings him down. A little unbalanced.
The first third down of the night for Oregon went to James, and they give it right back to him. And he's swarmed by Swessinger after 3 yards. Swessinger into the starting lineup that we just showed you for UCLA. His first career start, he had team high 12 tackles at LSU.
12 tackles last week in a hot and humid LSU game. They really played well in the first half as a team and couldn't finish the deal. Deshaun Foster tried to build off that.
Play action, Gabriel to Ferguson. First down, seeking out some more space and weaving his way inside the red zone for the Oregon Ducks.
can see me here on a little slide route. Ferguson to the boundary flat. Number 9, Kayla Moore tries to pressure Dillon Gabriel. Nice job, stayed in bounds and finishing the run with ball security.
This is the 11th play of this opening drive for Oregon. Had 2 weeks to think about it. Off the bye, and a flag comes out.
False start, off offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty, first down.
6 of 7 start for Gabriel. He just moved to 4th all-time on the FBS passing leaderboard. Case Keenum, that's a big number after his long career.
Yes.
He's been the talk of college football in a lot of ways this week. But where he is not anymore. Into the second level. Through the run game, Oregon carving out some space to help out Gabriel with James. There's a Bruin down behind the play.
They got a Bruin down there. This is what Oregon want to get started. Just a counter play downhill. Nice job by James staying square. You got the 2 big pullers and a gasher.
Bruin's already a little short-handed tonight up front. Jacob Busick, scratch. This is Traeshon Henderson in the back end.
KJ Wallace from Georgia Tech and Traeshon Henderson, Notre Dame transfer. Looks like he's up and off on his own power. That's good to see.
Those guys are trying to come up with a red zone stop on the other side of it against the Ducks offense. And James is swallowed. Toia, the first in that herd of Bruins, to bring up a 3rd down.
Patrick Herbert and Terrence Ferguson here, 12 personnel, and back 2 tight ends.
12 personnel for the 12th play of the drive for Oregon. Pressure coming. They've got it picked up underneath. It is Holden tumbling his way to the goal line. Touchdown for the Ducks. They're first in the Big Ten.
He's going to come from the top of your screen right into your living room on the shallow. Dillon Gabriel sees through it. Great job adjusting to an inaccurate, stop the presses, inaccurate throw from Traeshon Holden. Dillon Gabriel says, thanks, dog.
I don't see a lot of guys turning to make a play, but Holden plucks it, scores it from 12 yards out, and Oregon 12 plays, marches right down. Put 7 up on the board, and their first drive in a conference game in the Big Ten. It's Gabriel to Holden on the twists and the tumble for 6. UCLA come out on offense after the Traeshon Holden touchdown. 12-yard catch to open up the scoring for the Ducks. And Mark, in that game against LSU, Josh was just talking about, he started to look like the Ethan Garber's UCLA.
Absolutely, yep. And you see flashes, and that's what's so frustrating as a coach. And you can see the frustration with Deshaun Foster is he'll make 3 throws in a row. Okay, here we go. And then it goes, kind of falls back to the old Ethan, putting the ball at risk way too often. Certainly happened at Hawaii, certainly happened against Indiana, and late against LSU. Tonight, play within himself, play within edge, and execute.
His first snap of the night. That quarterback for UCLA is off target. Trying to go to Gilmer out on the edge. So UCLA, priority number 1 is protect Garbers.
They have to protect it. Right there you can see what offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy is doing on that first play, just trying to get a completion. Josh Carlin has to get all these defensive looks communicated, and then J. Michael Sturdivant, I think, is their most explosive guy, and haven't utilized him a ton. Rico Flores can roll. Matavao's a weapon. Get J. Michael Sturdivant going.
And here comes the motion man. We're right into the wall of that Oregon front. For T.J. Hardman, 3rd down coming up.
And this is where defensive coordinator Tosh Lupoy and certainly Dan Lanning want to live. 3rd and long with that man in there. Jamari Caldwell is going to be a beast inside that matchup with Carlin Tough. We talked about Tatum Tuioti earlier. Just so fun to watch. Nico Reed, their best cover guy in the back end.
Best level of this Oregon defense right now, what is it?
I mean, the linebackers between Boettcher, Devin Jackson, Speed, Bassa, Jacobs, and then that entire secondary is playing like veterans.
Bassa is in there covering over the A-gap on this third down, fully healthy. And Garber's on target to Gilmer. And on the first third down of the night, UCLA has enough for the first down with 8 yards.
That's just going to feel huge. Watch just the clean out route, 10 to 12 yard speed cut out route. Putting it right on the money for Gilmer. That's a huge confidence boost for Ethan Garbers.
Two-time Super Bowl champion with the Kansas City Chiefs, Eric Bieniemy, in his first year as the UCLA offensive play caller.
Oregon hyper fast. Eric Bieniemy and company, take your time, milk the clock, keep it away from that high-powered Oregon offense.
A quick set for Garbers, and it is complete. It's Peterson who had a touchdown last week against LSU for a short gain.
It's a little sticker out, nice little bang-bang route to the tight end. One-on-one matchup that time against Bryce Boettcher, the multi-talented Duck.
Fun watching him in pass coverage, isn't it?
It's fun watching him everywhere. 28 is all over the field with aggression, with the neck roll. 26, Devin Jackson might be the fastest guy on the defense playing inside linebacker.
False start. Offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty. And down.
Well, Oregon fans know it well at this point. The guy at the center of their defense was at the set, took UCLA deep in the spring. And of course, right, the best part of that shot at the end of it, he had an etch-a-sketch.
You got to explain that part to me. I don't get that one.
The etch-a-sketch?
Rewriting history? What does that mean?
I think he's writing history as two-sport guy drafted by the Astros and stud linebacker for them.
Yes.
That's what I'll go with.
Gotcha.
I just thought the etch-a-sketch was fun.
No, it was. Absolutely.
Well, there is more help in that linebacker room this week around Boettcher. Off of the bye week, they got Massa healthy.
Yeah, they said he's the closest to 100% he's been all year. And they roll those guys in and out. You see two coming up on the right edge with Uyunglele right next door. Showing pressure from up top. They love to show it and bluff out just like that.
And Garbers on a third down, and a flag comes out. Nico Reed locked up in coverage. Also got the tackle down for UCLA.
Pass interference. Defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So Ruben Unije, the blind side for Garbers.
Build the confidence in that front 5. Flag came out, no doubt about that one. Nico Reed facing up on him. Oregon will take that. They're very aggressive, very physical, right on the edge of making an early score from Oregon's offense.
For touching of the pass.
The play's going up to replay.
Okay, so yeah, if it's tipped, if they say it's tipped, then there is no pass interference.
Could you have also made an argument for uncatchable on the in-breaking route that was thrown behind him?
I don't think so,
After
but here,
review, there was no tip of the pass. First down, UCLA.
Yeah, clearly not tipped and definitely catchable.
Looking for his second catch of the year in his freshman year, his redshirt freshman year for UCLA.
13 personnel, 1 back, 3 tight ends.
Jalen Berger undercut. There was Reed getting underneath him.
Yeah, watch Reed right at the line of scrimmage, number 9. These guys on the edge, 7 and 9. He's this guy right here, just coming off the edge, eyes to the backfield. That's just a tough task for Rico Flores. If you're lined up that tight, you got to beat him with that first step.
Flag me, I'll get in run support.
Yeah,
Rico Reed on the next play. Penalty did extend the drive for UCLA. Past midfield on their first touch of the night. Garbers back underneath, juggling catch by Gilmer, slips out of the tackle, and a first down. So when Garbers has been given time, we got shoving going on after that play. Gilmer's helmet flies off.
Yeah, really nice protection. And watch this pocket continue to be maintained. You got a little twist game up top, and here's that strong, perfect, accurate throw to the left armpit of the receiver, Gilmer. Again, every one of these throws is just a confidence builder, and then run it out of it. This is the difference kind of between UCLA's receivers and Oregon's receivers. Every Oregon receiver expects to run out of that cut. Gilmer a little bit surprised by breaking that tackle. Confidence builder for him as well.
And not just any tackle, too. Boettcher chasing him down.
Yeah, he done missed too many of those.
Gilmer showed some flashes against LSU that he might be a budding star for this UCLA offense. He moves the sticks, getting close to field goal range for UCLA. Garber's given time again. Throws another seed. First down for UCLA. Another former Oregon Duck, Matavao with the first down.
Matavao is going to be right there, coming almost selling a crossing route and back out of it. Great job clearing that out. You saw 14 Carter Shaw clearing up that void. We saw them talking about this route yesterday. This is the one they had drawn up on the board, and it worked to perfection.
What they had that labeled as up on the board in the facility?
Yeah, I don't think you should tell that, but it's nothing bad. But yeah, a little duck-related item.
I don't know if you're in the secret giving mood on the first drive. Matavao 21-yard hit, and into the red zone for UCLA, and Garber's inching his way back toward the line of scrimmage before Derek Harmon wrapped him up.
Can certainly throw that away, get it back to the line of scrimmage better than throwing the ball away, putting it at risk. Watch the pressure here. This is the thing about Oregon's defense. There's 6 guys up there. You got to pick out which 4 are coming. 44 Tuioti matches the route. By that time, 55 Harmon finishes.
Dan Lanning and Josh Lupoy, the defensive coordinator, told us yesterday we want to major in 4-man pressure. Got some there on first down. UCLA with Harden and squeaking through that hole. Harden got a couple yards more than it looked like he should have off the line.
Because that guy right there was a complete back. So smart, tough.
Well, we said still. Is he still faster than those guys? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Without hesitation. Bring it forward.
Third down out to Harden. And he's wrapped up by Jackson, shy of the first down. Got close. It will be a 4th down, and after 12 plays on this drive, UCLA decision time.
Free release. That time it's a good job by Devin Jackson, matching the back, not allowing himself to get picked by that outside receiver.
For the first points of the night for UCLA, Pagani puts it through. Well, dueling 10-plus play drives to get it started in Pasadena. Mariota, decent. He was the Heisman that year. And Tony Washington, one of the most memorable plays in that game. Remember, you remember it for our audience. Remember Jameis Winston slipping on this turf? It's Tony Washington for Oregon.
Yes.
Scoop and score.
Absolute stud. Yeah, now the defensive line coaching the outside backers. And Ramson Gold Passion, also a former Duck on the UCLA coaching staff. I'm getting older and older and older.
You can still jump like that.
That's right.
Dangerous return game for Oregon. Noah Whittington out across the 20, slips through a tackle and almost broke that. Oregon had a punt return and a kick return against Boise State. They'll hand it off to Dillon Gabriel next.
Will Stein, great design right here. Motions the back in the box, had an empty, gets Oregon State's empty check, a 0 blitz. What's great against that? Speed option. Dillon Gabriel creeps, keeps it. Terrence Ferguson finishing the deal at the goal line for his guy. Showing his versatility, he can do it all. 7 of 8 for 59 yards and a touchdown so far tonight.
And after that run, Dillon Gabriel threatened to change positions. He told his guys he was going to be running back for this game. This breaks into the second level. Sadiq, who had the 2-point conversion in that Oregon State game, has a first down of 19 yards.
Kenyon Sadiq, one of the 3 very talented tight ends on the outside of this. You see Traeshon Henderson, number 1, out front, and big Lalo Ulu helping him out.
Explosive play on the first play of this drive. Now down the sideline, Johnson lost the ball, punched out, but he might have been out of bounds. Whistle on the sideline. I think they're going to rule this down, stepping out of bounds. Swessinger got on it for UCLA, but Johnson steps out after a first down.
Great pursuit to the ball. We'll take a look at this.
Ruling on the field, runner was out of bounds, first down.
And looks like that foot possibly out. We'll have to get a better look certainly to confirm right there. Great pursuit to the ball that time by UCLA. That's what they have to do. Create an extra possession.
After avoiding the turnover, Gabriel on the move. And he sets a tackle, showing some of those skills we just showed you with that speed option. He has a first down on the ground.
Play clean, don't beat ourselves. They were saying that last night. I mean, the DBO, that loose ball could have been a big one for UCLA, and then for UCLA, pick our spots to get after him. That's with pressure, and again, they're going to have to take aggressive side of all things to stay in this.
Oregon marched down the first time, 12-play drive that ended on Traeshon Holden's touchdown from 12 yards out. That's looks like a double pass. That was Johnson throws and just missed Patrick Herbert. Oh, Tez Johnson was going to take that back to his brother Bo and say, I can do that too, but he just missed him.
Yeah, great design. That was definitely backward, and they've got it clean. That's one after in the position room, in the unit room. It becomes really funny. If you miss it, not so funny.
And the brothers, the quarterbacks hooking up. Jordan James outside run makes this a 3rd down and 3.
Jordan James, another in the long tradition of kind of little backs playing bigger. No Winnington as well. Let's see. Tez Johnson's reaction, he can't believe it. For all that receivers, for all those times when the quarterback misses you, in your mind, that's even Steven.
That is empathy.
Yeah.
From Tez Johnson.
Dillon Gabriel lining up the empty, trying to see what UCLA is in. They showed a 4-man rush with the double hard clap.
Well, they did have to snap this before the quarter runs out. And Gabriel for Ferguson, incomplete. Making a touchdown lead for Oregon. Sappington drills it for the Ducks. To Josh's point about Deshaun Foster saying what a lot of coaches will tell you, we want to start fast, but especially for a team that barely knows the feeling. Oregon goes touchdown, field goal, their first 2 touches. Field goal for UCLA on their first drive. Before their second. We got a whistle.
And a stoppage, I think, a review of some sort.
Previous plays under further review for potential targeting.
Is that Gilmer? Maybe 3 blue right at the hash, right there. Which that is a defenseless crackback block category, but the crackback part wasn't called. So again, defenseless player.
After review, there is no foul for targeting. First down.
Okay, so
sneaky one there.
Yeah.
Kick that went through for a touchback.
Yeah, UCLA was at the line of scrimmage, ready to rock and reconvene. Game on.
So now Garbers gets to go out for the start of the second drive. A quarterback for UCLA. After the 12-play drive let him down for a field goal. And hits on the outside for 8-yard pop. There's a flag down. Connected to Sturdivant, checking the mark.
Illegal formation. Offense, number 71's lined up in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So that's the stuff that's just killed them. Just these pre-snap penalties. Offensive line backed up in the backfield. You see 71 kind of in a pass-setting posture. Getting ready to try to do his best to cut off. That's one of those things that's so unnecessary. Goes from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15.
UCLA has been near the bottom of the Big Ten in penalties their first 3 weeks of the season.
And it might be back again.
Flag didn't come out, and that is intercepted. Boettcher turns into a center fielder again.
First down, Oregon.
The interception for the two-way star, the center fielder in baseball, roaming the middle of the field with a pick for Oregon.
Talking point defensive coordinator fired up. Here's the route. You'll see just a little option route. He's running it in and back out. Garbers has to put that ball on his outside shoulder. Great reaction by Boettcher. We'll see if he secured it. Doesn't look like that ball's ever loose or touches the ground. Ducks set up in business.
Dan Lanning and Dante Manning having a moment there. First career pick for Boettcher. He had his hair on fire against Oregon State to start that game.
Yeah, he almost touched like every ball in the air.
He finally got his first one for real. And that screen is blown up. No shot of getting that back to the line of scrimmage. Jaylin Davies, the former Duck, makes the play.
Great trigger that time by Jaylin Davies. Eyes inside to Gabriel. Again, Gabriel does so much of this stuff in the, again, the de facto run game, the screen game, quick game, the naked boot game. Good response by Davies. Try to get these guys pushed out of field goal range coming off that turnover.
We're going backwards after the Boettcher pick. Gabriel out to the edge for Holden, who scored the touchdown on the first drive, and he's wrangled out of bounds. Devin Kirkwood got to him to bring up third down for the Ducks. What did Tosh Lupoy tell us? We lead the country, as the Oregon defensive coordinator, we lead the country in ball disruption.
Ball disruption,
but
yes, they
only
do
2
that.
takeaways.
Yep.
Until that third takeaway of the year with Boettcher's first pick.
And free here from UCLA. You see the linebacker coming outside in coverage on the back.
And Gabriel looking toward that bunch. Johnson comes free. He's got a first down. Needed 4, got 12. First and goal, Oregon.
Oregon's going to line up here fast. We're trying to get a quick peek. There's 15. A little push outside. Another little option route working back inside. Great ball placement.
Jordan James with a flag down. Came from the sideline. It's back around the 10-yard line. James got just a yard on that first down run.
Illegal motion. Offense number 7 moving forward at the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Receiver moving toward the line of scrimmage is what that call would be. I believe that's him all the way up top. And yeah, he's supposed to be on the ball, so that late adjustment, that's kind of a take your pick of it. 5 in the backfield, or because the ball is snapped in the procedure. First and goal.
Got to be set for a second. He wasn't. So it backs him up to the 10. Back to James through the ankle tackle and surges ahead for a 4-yard pickup. UCLA inside the red zone on defense. Giving up touchdowns 2/3 of the time down here. They have not been able to force field goals very much in the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, it has been tough right there. Kane Madrano had a chance to have a tackle for loss in the backfield and whiffed. Good run by Jordan James. Now second and goal.
On a play fake to James. Gabriel moving the pocket and incomplete. Johnson got hands on it. Traeshon Henderson back in there after he went out injured earlier with the coverage for the Bruins.
You can see it up top, just a little, trying to almost work a little rub, pick, flat route. And Dillon Gabriel, that's the lefty going to his right. A little bit of a tougher throw. And just talk about their holiday plans. What's going on?
They know each other well.
Yeah, how's school going? How's it starting? UCLA just started school.
And those Addison and Johnson teammates last year. Addison, the Bruins safety, who played 6 years for the Ducks.
Bringing heat.
6 up there at the line. Only 4 are coming. And back to that matchup on the edge. And it is a flag. With Casper out on the perimeter on Davies.
Casper, the big target, the 6'6" receiver, no doubt about
Pass
it.
interference. Defense number 6.
Right there by Davies.
By rule, the ball be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
It's a hard part, man. You do all that work. They did a great job of bluffing.
Instead of likely a field goal try, first and goal, it's James scooting through for a touchdown. Untouched from 2 yards out, and a touchdown for Jordan James.
Got the big full house backfield. The big boy, Amari Washington. That's like a full guard leading up through there.
Well, talking to Will Stein, the offensive coordinator, yesterday about Washington coming over to play some offense. He said they call him Big Mike. He wasn't sure exactly why, but we think maybe that has something to do with Michael Orr being a good blocker. So it was an interception from Boettcher. Center fielder / linebacker with his first career pick. And then Jordan James behind Washington. Untouched, 17-3. Dillon Gabriel and Oregon lead 17-3. Touchdown pass for Gabriel on the first drive. Jordan James with the second touchdown for the Ducks in their first ever Big Ten game. The James touchdown happened because a third down pass interference on Jaylin Davies.
Dillon Gabriel trying to pick on the 6-footer with the 6'6" Casper. No doubt about that. The hold outside, the grab, the restrict. And then you see Kane Madrano coming over to him, settling the former Duck down, and then on the bench going over some things with his DB coach, saying, hey, I had my hands inside, but well, they were actually outside.
So that made it first and goal from the 2. Untouched Jordan James. Next play, 17-3 Ducks. And Boettcher was all over that. He was untouched. And that's going way, way back there.
Big number 1 right here, Jordan Boettcher is ripping inside with that edge blitzer coming. That's the thing about this defense. They rush forward, and then it quickly turns into a 9-man front with run action at him.
You leave that guy unblocked.
Bad things will occur.
Bad things. Jordan Boettcher on Bruce Feldman's freaks list. Made the top 10 of the freaks list for his athleticism.
Freak is there again.
Is there again. Flag is at the feet of Boettcher as he goes down. Back-to-back plays for Jordan Boettcher.
Survive and help out your quarterback.
Holding, offense number 71. Penalties decline, third down.
Looked like he was down, and number 1 celebrating in the back.
Line that penalty. That makes it third and
Rancho Cucamonga.
Mar Vista. We're going to go Mar Vista. All right. Anyway, long way to go for this UCLA offense. And they're not going to get there. It'll be punt time. Rico Flores out to the edge. Jordan Boettcher. That was his drive.
Yeah. Cool. All smiles going backwards.
Unige, the tackle, wants to see much more of him. As Tez Johnson calls for the fair catch. 65 yards to get for the Oregon offense, leading by 2 scores. The freak on the edge, Jordan Boettcher. Disruption. Back in Pasadena. UCLA just punted after Jordan Boettcher lived in the backfield for a couple plays on that Oregon defensive line. Gabriel in the offense for Oregon back to work, and a big pop on Johnson. And a flag comes out. Wallace had the hit. Flag came out right after.
Personal foul, illegal block below the waist, defense number 7, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Trying to find this here. Yeah, 7-on-7 right there. He can't go low unless number 7 has the ball. That's for the safety of the blocker.
So the short gain for Johnson. First down, Oregon again out to Whittington, and that's bottled up. Nowhere to go for Whittington. John Bonds makes the play.
Nice job on the perimeter, defeating the block that time of Terrence Ferguson. Everyone's going to go fast.
Loss of 2 on that play. Fake the quarterback run. Gabriel loads up. He's got his man. And it's a touchdown to Tez Johnson. A 52-yard dime for Dillon Gabriel.
So just a look. Going up, and Tez Johnson, the deep crossing route, clean, great design that time for Will Stein.
Swinging gate, they're trying for 2 again. Sadiq to Ferguson. Tight end to tight end for 2. Second game in a row, they get sneaky with Sadiq. But first, it was Tez Johnson burning down the field from Dillon Gabriel. It's all Ducks in the first half from Pasadena. Tez Johnson off of the fake quarterback run. Still dancing.
Yeah,
fake quarterback run.
Fake quarterback run gets Ramon Henderson up with the little half roll. And then here's Tez Johnson on the clear, deep cross. There's just nothing for Henderson there. They're rolling to the nub tight end to the boundary. That's just all design. The key of seeing Ramon Henderson react to something else. And Dillon Gabriel's not going to miss that one.
So you go back to the Oregon State win for Oregon. On 12 straight true possessions of the ball, they've scored on all 12 of them.
Yeah, 4 touches, 4 scores. There's 4 scores versus -3 rush yards. That tells the story 25-3.
One of those scores set up by the Bryce Boettcher pick. First of his career at linebacker for the Ducks. What's Garber's got? He's starting the grounds. Something UCLA has been desperate to get going is their ground game. 3rd worst in the country as far as rushing right now. It's 60 yards a pop. And Jones is the sprinter of that running back room. They've got 2 guys that beat you up between the tackles, and Arden and Berger. And Garber's hoping to get one off. He will not. He is swung down for a sack. More defensive line play for Oregon showing up after Jordan Burch showed up last drive, Josh.
Well, yeah, and Jordan Burch is known as a disruptor, but he told me there's still plenty he can add to his game. Constantly watching film, he wants to see how tackles are playing him and what he can take from them. He said, regardless if I get to the quarterback or not, I want to be able to disrupt them in any way possible. We've seen that on display. He's got a sack, 2 tackles for loss. And by the way, talking to Thibodeau over here on the sideline, getting some pointers from him too.
Former Oregon Duck, New York Giant, Keanu Thibodeau. Team played on Thursday night in the Rose Bowl tonight, supporting his Ducks. Garbers goes underneath. Not much there to Bryce Pierre. Run down by Bassa, who's back and moving as well as we've seen him.
Yeah, really good side-to-side movement to finish up with Jordan Burch. Seeing him finish plays is the key for the defensive staff. And Dan Lanning had the missed opportunity for a pick 6 in the Boise State game. Finishing those plays in the backfield bodes well for this defense going forward.
See any Thibodeau in Burch?
Well, that's a
not going all the way there.
Good measuring stick to aim at.
I didn't ask, are they the same player?
Yeah. On the way. He's on the way.
70 yards of field to cover. Hasn't been much of a problem tonight for Dillon Gabriel. A couple of guys you coached, part of the triumvirate of Hawaiian quarterbacks at Oregon.
Yeah, eights aside, a combination of eights makes Dillon Gabriel a little undersized, competitive as heck like Jeremiah Masoli, smart, makes every throw like Marcus Mariota, that 10 Georgia guy who just keeps adding to every record book, including the high school record books on Oahu.
Two pretty incredible lists Dillon Gabriel is part of his first and only year as the quarterback for the Ducks. And he has a very close relationship with Marcus Mariota, wearing the same number 8. Here's what he had to say about his good friend and mentor.
Yeah, there's no better guy in the world to look up to than Marcus Mariota, so that's a good place to start.
Stewart makes the spin, lost the towel and the defender on his way to a first down. Devin Kirkwood got caught up in the wash.
Stewart's down here. He's going to have to run a slant route, good ball placement, and then he tries to run a reverse spin move, turning it back in against Kirkwood. Drops his flag right there. He would have been down in flag football. This is tackle football, so he got him down anyway.
James motions out. Grano couldn't get home. Little pump for Gabriel, and he gives himself up past midfield. Got 5 on the play. Doing a lot of dancing in the backfield.
Here's Madrano right here. He's going to beat him with a little inside charge. We're going to see a lid flying from Struther. Great job by Dillon Gabriel getting back to square, keeping his eyes downfield, and again, protecting himself.
Starting guard for Oregon. Come out for a play.
Vika Rogers in there in his stead.
Whittington running right off of him. Got 4 yards with the back. And Struthers coming right back. It felt like Oregon solved a big issue from the first 2 weeks when they played Oregon State. They made a move at center in the middle of that Boise State game. They put Ulu at center.
Yeah,
they ran for 220 yards.
Yeah, they've been experimenting with Charlie Pickard and a rotation. They love this starting lineup that they have going right now.
Whittington behind that offensive line that's moved a little bit throughout the first couple weeks has a first down.
And as we talked about earlier, Will Stein just couldn't, you know, have said more glowingly about the leadership of 72 Pancho Lalo Ulu in there at center, kind of settling things out, smart, and really taking over for Dillon Gabriel. He wasn't, you know, totally schooled on Oregon's protections, playing in a different system this year.
Bo Nix was an expert.
Yep.
At moving the protection. Dillon Gabriel, he gets one shot at this, being in the Oregon offense. Will Stein.
Yeah, I've been kind of in the Jeff Levy system in Central Florida. That carried over to Oklahoma, had so much success. And Will Stein's going to, you know, adopt and adapt as much as possible. But with Dillon Gabriel, he's got to change a little bit, and that's where he can rely on that center to take over in the protection role going forward.
He is protected. He's accurate as always. Johnson, first down for the Ducks.
Yeah, he's just back here way too much time. As we talked about earlier, UCLA has to heat him up. This is just a 7-on-7 drill. Great little option route and a double catch that time by Tez Johnson.
Johnson's already got 100 yards in this first half. Got him for 15 there. He's at 106 on the game, including his touchdown. Tez Johnson on the last drive. Gabriel back over the middle for Ferguson, and it's batted away. One that Bryan Addison will keep for a while against his former team. But Ferguson is down. Now that's the concern for Oregon. The tight end now is back up.
Yeah, that is a tough lead right there. And Dillon Gabriel is going to go have his guys back. We'll see the collision from Addison coming from the backside. He's looking to make a play on the ball. That's not dirty of any kind by my system, and walks away. UCLA fans probably hoping he'd rather pick that ball. That was a little bit too much air to throw to that spot down the hash, and Dillon Gabriel goes and backs up Terrence Ferguson. Guys that do, man, we saw multiple times at Oklahoma. He loves that right there. You know, the next play, you might pull this down when somebody's wide open and create some contact.
Addison is on the bottom hash. The guy who's just drawn with that direction. And Stewart is swung down. Kane Matrano shy of Addison. It'll be third down.
UCLA and defensive coordinator Ikaika Malloy has gone to softer zone right now. He's making look at Craig Moore on the sideline. Very similar defenses schematically. You know, they're playing some different coverages against each other because of the matchups, but Ikaika Malloy varies his pressures every single game a ton. We're going to try to get that hard count right there to get a look at UCLA here. It's just going to be a four-man rush.
Sweeping with 5, but they bring just 3. And over the middle, it is dropped. Another tight end target. This time it was Herbert, not Ferguson. And Gabriel thought he had that for 6.
Yeah, he had a chance. We'll take a look. It was one of the linebackers just flashing right there. Coming from the backside, that's Carson Schwessinger. Maybe got a pinky on it or a middle finger extended right there. Dillon Gabriel's looking at it as a couple lost opportunities.
Nothing more. Shielded the tight end Herbert.
Yes.
Ball got on him quick. 42-yard drive for Sappington. Already hit once in this game. And 2 field goals from 40-plus for Atticus Sappington. And Ferguson was down earlier on that drive, Josh. What'd you see down there?
Well, that's right, and he just went into the tent for a couple of minutes. They evaluated him, and now he's heading on his way back to the locker room.
He's part of that core of pass catchers. Don't rotate a lot. It's really the top 3 receivers plus Ferguson. So it'll be on Herbert and Sadiq most likely the rest of the way for Oregon until hopefully they can get Ferguson back.
Yes, and they absolutely have several packages or several plays with all 3 of those guys in there. That just kind of eliminates that chunk of plays. Hopefully, for Oregon's sake, and Dan Lanning right there get through tonight. Obviously, hopefully he's okay and continue if you're an Oregon fan. And just as a fan of college football, that guy's a great player.
Oregon looking fresh coming off the bye week. Week that Dan Lanning corrected us in our
Work week.
Yep. Not bye week.
Had a big scrimmage, competitive situation. And so far, looks like that work paid off.
Kickoff goes.
Got to work on kickoffs.
Kickoff out of bounds. Kicking team. The ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Dan Lanning was hired the day before that Baker Mayfield game. Oklahoma against Georgia. Dan Lanning then hired at Georgia. He was driving in his car to Athens, listening on the radio when that game happened. So that would have been his second trip here as a coach, but that's tonight. Here with Arizona State, who's a graduate assistant in 2013.
UCLA has time here trying to work the 2-minute drill and get playing outside the 2-minute timeout. Yeah, that was a great story. Right from Arizona, from Tempe to Athens, and didn't turn around for the second half.
Garber's ahead of the 2-minute timeout, incomplete. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Went on to the NFL.
I believe I saw a Justin Wilcox sign right there. I won't say where in that footage. And how about the size of those shoulder pads?
Ball's down on 3rd down, and Garbers just has to do his best. Having trouble with the snap.
With the timing of Chip Kelly's
Charge timeout, Oregon, their first.
movement. Hard for Deshaun Frost to get things going, but what a neat guy. What a guy to split time with. And smart by Garbers right there to limit the damage. And see just that low snap from Carlin. I like it.
And by sometime tonight, could be in just seconds. See what Tez Johnson has for us. He slides down, taking a big hit.
Indiana or Rutgers will play for a Big Ten title. Just book it. Kalen DeBoer right now, you can hear it just barely. Sledgehammers, jackhammers, they've started to build the statue right next to Nick Saban. And the winner of tonight's Washington State versus Boise State game goes to the playoff. Book it. Book it.
Book it.
Book it.
Book it.
Sure.
Home game in the playoff?
It's a bye.
Okay. Oh, bye. Wow. Group of 5 bye. One of the 5 bye. Out of bounds, Justice Lowe on the catch.
Overreaction. It's hot. It's hot. It's controversial.
Last time they started 5-0, they ended up in this stadium in January 1968, playing in the Rose Bowl. And James ahead. Addison trying to strip that. Dip inside a minute and a half in this first half. Oregon has not been stopped tonight. They were not stopped against Oregon State, except when they kneeled down before half. Looking to do it again. James ahead, first down for the Ducks, across midfield. We hit the 1-minute mark.
Kenyon Sadiq in for the injured Terrence Ferguson. They shake it up. Terrence Ferguson just doing a great job on his last 2 as an insert blocker, then a cutoff blocker. Now we'll see it as a route runner.
Gabriel protected over the top. Holden had to work back to the ball, and he made a twisting catch.
You see him right here. Just a full speed post route. Nobody over the top. It's too deep zone. And Dillon Gabriel is going to wish he would have aired that out for a walk-in touchdown.
Holden's been a big play machine tonight, averaging 20 yards a catch, including a touchdown. Right back to him, and the ball slips out of bounds. Oh, hello. Like a Rockette holding at the end of that play.
Kalen Moore was just doing his job finishing there.
Backwards out of
Traeshon
bounds.
had to come back to it and ensure the catch. And a first down, and Kalen Moore's good job stripping it out from Traeshon Holden, making it 2nd and goal.
They call Traeshon Holden the muscle of the wide receiver room. It's a relative term when you've got Stewart and Johnson who can just absolutely burn around them. That doesn't mean Holden can't run. The skill speed for Oregon. One of the best in the country. On 2nd down, Gabriel escapes. He's eyeing the pylon, and he's run out of bounds. Couldn't go full Vince Young reaching that pylon.
No, Carson Schwessinger, great job inside out, keep it up with Dillon Gabriel. Going back to that last play. That's why they reacted. Definitely kick to the head right there to Kalen Moore.
Stayed in pockets. Gabriel got out of bounds to stop the clock with 24 seconds left on a 3rd and goal. Trying to make it 15 drives in a row with a touchdown for the Ducks. And that is picked off. UCLA going the other way with Bryan Addison. The former Oregon Duck makes a cut. Foot race. A heel turn for Addison. A pick 6 against his former team.
There are no flags and a huge momentum shift as we go into halftime. UCLA is going to get the ball first. You said it, Bryan Addison, the former Duck. Dillon Gabriel keeping things alive. Blowing kisses to the stands. Oladipo did a great job on the back end of it, staying clean on Gabriel and blocking, escorting Addison to the end zone.
With 5 seconds to spare, Addison puts UCLA in the end zone for the first time. A night that he is taking personally just turned a whole lot better for the former Duck.
So he's the inside safety right there. Dillon Gabriel working the opposite side. Tez Johnson loses his footing. I think Bryan Addison's in good shape there. Whether or not Tez Johnson stays up, there was the block as Oladipo turns or gets it done as Dillon Gabriel turns his back, looks around, touchdown, and then blowing kisses to this Rose Bowl crowd who suddenly has a little life, something to celebrate. Defensive coordinator Keiko Malloy said it's the hardest he's ever coached the guy because he knew it was going to be just like that last drive, a little smack talk both ways, going both ways for sure. Got the best of the draw right there.
6 years at Oregon for Addison. Started his career as a wide receiver and playing his 7th and final year at UCLA. A moment he'll remember, you'd think, forever.
Kickoff
That is one way to kick
bounds.
it out of Noah Whittington's hands, kick it out of
Ball
bounds.
beats at the 35-yard line. First down.
And they lead by 18 at half. Josh Sims with Dan Lanning.
Well, Coach, UCLA got some momentum with that pick 6. How do you make sure that doesn't carry over to the second half?
Yeah, just keep playing our game. We've been able to stop them consistently. It starts with stopping them on 3rd down. After that first series, we kind of settled in defensively. We got to protect the ball on offense.
What did you see out of your quarterback, Dillon Gabriel, in that first half?
Yeah, some really good decision-making until that last one, right? And that one's over with. We got to move to the next one.
Good luck the second half, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Start of the second half from Pasadena, Oregon and UCLA. Touchback from Sappington brings Garbers and the UCLA offense back out. Down to Josh Sims on the sideline.
Well, Sean Foster told me that big play by Bryan Addison right before the half was huge. They needed a jump start. Hopefully that was it with them getting the ball first. He said, we got to keep fighting in the second half. We're checking who is giving it their all in their second half. We're still evaluating this team. They want to see who's going to keep going.
No doubt, had the comeback win in their lone victory this season against Hawaii. That a bunch of guys battling to finish that off, and then just tailing off against LSU. This is a dogfight against a much better opponent.
It was 13-0 against Hawaii at the half. This is 18 points down against the number 8 team in the country. And UCLA starts on the ground in this second half. 96 yards to remember for Addison. But after that first drive, the UCLA offense couldn't do anything. Harden finds a crease. He's into space. That tackle by Johnson probably saved a touchdown. First down UCLA behind Harden.
Tysheem Johnson right there. This is a great job getting to the second level from TJ Harden. Putting a move on his head coach would be proud of, and a shoestring tackle on those Jordans from Tysheem Johnson.
TJ Harden trying to break out of an early season slump. He's right around 2 yards per carry the first 3 weeks. He's an explosive play guy early in his career at UCLA. And he gets back-to-back carries after his long run of 20-plus. Last year, Harden was over 5 yards a carry. He was 800-plus yards. Him and Carson Steele were a great running duo when Chip Kelly was calling the plays.
Yes.
Coming from the Washington Commanders after that long run with Andy Reid. The ball went down to the ground. That's what Garber's used to brace himself.
Not down. Yep.
Dives ahead. That's legal.
Yep, as long as it's just the palm of his hand and the ball. This is a zone read. Eric Benning, that's his first job of the night, reading Birch, number 1, who introduces himself to the tailback.
Everything has been loud when he's been in the backfield, and that's part of why Eric Bieniemy is still studying that play sheet, trying to get this running game going for UCLA. -7 yards in the first half, finally into the green after Harden's long run, but Garbers is sacked. Bassa speeds in there to bring him down.
Jeffrey Bassa, a great blitzer. Number 2 is going to come right here again. The Lou Poilani defense. Which 4 guys are coming? Right there, it was the backs assignment. Keegan Jones just whiffs, and Bassa finishes Garbers. And the drive.
4th sack for Oregon. That was a point of contention for them the first several weeks. Not getting home and having the sack production that Tosh Lupoy would like to see. Matching that season high with 4 sacks tonight. Johnson calls for the fair catch. Inside his tweak, and where he is not anymore.
Yes. Yeah.
Oklahoma benched their starting quarterback, Jackson Arnold, after their loss against Tennessee, and then played right down to the wire against Auburn today. Arnold not starting, they went with Michael Hawkins, so could have turned into a distraction, but Gabriel handled it pretty classically.
Yeah, squelched it, absolutely squelched it, and that, the backup quarterback is always the most popular guy, and in Dillon Gabriel's case, he's playing elite football last year until he got injured. OU was undefeated. He was playing Heisman-worthy football, and they go to the backup. That was interesting.
Yeah, the report this week was basically made out to say that Oklahoma didn't try to keep him. In a meeting at the end of the year, and he said he wanted to be closer to home. He wanted to enter the transfer portal, and off he went. Oregon just fine.
Oladejo does a great job right here. You'll see number 2 strike and shed the blocker. Toia combining for a tackle for loss. This is a meaningful 3rd down right here. Everyone for UCLA chip back at this lead tonight.
Oregon 5 of 8, right on pace against UCLA's defense. That has had issues on this down. 2nd to worst in the country in 3rd down defense. Toia standing up on the edge. One of their best defensive linemen. And they got pressure on Gabriel and force a 4th down.
Yeah, Henderson does a nice job disguising this. You'll see 11 coming from the top of your screen, looping back inside, unaccounted for. You see 72 Lalo Ulu reacts late, and Dillon Gabriel wisely dirts it.
Logan Loya back deep to get it for UCLA. Fair catch. UCLA Oregon game or memory is what?
I think we asked me this before the game. one here with against Jim Moore's crew with Miles Jack as a flag with the bounce, probably hold. Very talented defense, unbelievable group. Also had a fake punt at home against those guys for a big win.
Holding. Offense, number 87. 10-yard penalty. First down.
The tight end, Brian Pierre. Thank you for being spontaneous. Good rolling with that, by the way. So the fake punt, that's the one?
It was a big, big point in the game, and Deshaun Foster trying to craft one of those breakthrough moments here was had a one-word response for that penalty right there.
The last 3 times Oregon and UCLA played in the Pac-12 competitive games.
Yes, absolutely.
Top 10 game in 2022 at Autzen Stadium in Eugene. UCLA trying to close to be more competitive tonight as Pierre, after his penalty, has the catch.
Currently, right now, had the T.J. Harden run earlier. Still a tough time creating explosives.
Harden went for a 20-plus yard run in the last drive, and he breaks out again, weaving his way into the secondary with a first down.
Starting to feel it, a little bit of a rhythm going here. Watch him come front side. This little split zone concept. Got the tight end going backside, 87 Pierre. Into the second level. Receivers finish downfield, and that's a home run. Job making the unblocked safety miss that time. 5 Savage. 4-down territory right here for Eric Bieniemy and company. Something he can get in his ear with the helmet communication this year.
The 18-yard hit for Harden. He is run down by Harmon in the backfield for Oregon. Ooh, Harden a little bit slow getting up. Let's check in with Josh Sims downstairs.
Well, an update on Terrence Ferguson, who left the game in the first half after that big hit, evaluated for a head injury, checked in with the team. They said he will not return for the rest of this game.
You hope that's just this game, and that's all it is for Ferguson, who took that shot from Bryan Addison.
Please reset the game clock to 8 minutes, 2 seconds, 8:02.
That's a big loss with Harden going down there. There was one official that had killed the clock at 8:02.
Please reset the play clock to 25 seconds.
Dan Lanning called the grass here at the Rose Bowl elite. I think T.J. Harden just got to find out firsthand, grass in his face up there. To the outside, a diving try at that ball, and incomplete.
Yes, this is an oldie but a goodie out of the Andy Reid playbook. You're going to see 88 come all the way around. Travis Kelce, a bunch of guys have run this route with precision, and it's clean. On the release, Devin Jackson does a good job playing the ball and not making any sort of illegal contact. Garber's got to put it on him right there. Give your guy a chance. Good play design that time.
The difference, our director, Derek Manning, not cutting to Taylor Swift after that intended target.
She's probably here.
And that's into the ground for Garbers.
And now it looks like about a 54-yarder.
Pagani's long is 47. This is from 54. This from way out there from 54. Pagani strikes it. It's accurate, and it has the leg.
No doubt about it. Mateen strokes this one square. Great operation, hold, placement, hands up.
3rd and 12 play. Quarterback Ethan Garbers for UCLA chucked it to the ground, and then he was limping off the field there.
Yeah, just caught his ankle in the turf there. You can see Caldwell eating up the check down the screen, and he's been trying to reactivate that angle, working up and down the sideline. A bunch of limping going on right now. And
it's back up close by in Inglewood, California. A field goal from Pagani from 54 yards out made this a 2-score game again. UCLA's first touchdown and only touchdown of the night came from the former Oregon Duck, Bryan Addison, but he's been involved in pass coverage a lot. He was burned on that, and then the big hit on Ferguson that knocked him out of the game.
Yeah, Dillon Gabriel going his tight end's defense right there, didn't like that. And then right before halftime, woke up this crowd and kissed them to come back to the second half.
Addison started his career at Oregon as a wide receiver. He turned into a defensive back. Had 4 career picks for Oregon. His first at UCLA goes to the house. Sticking it with James, who's right at the line to gain. UCLA has gotten off the field on 3 straight third downs.
Tackle over here. Got extra line to right side.
Oh, that streak almost continued, but then a nasty stiff arm for James and a first down. Just needed a couple inches, got 16. Jordan James.
As the tackle over, you see Connerly on the right side. He's normally the left tackle, creating that line shift from the UCLA front, and he bounces it outside of Anderson, and Schlesinger getting the first down.
Out of the belly of James this time. Out to Johnson, who's wrapped up. KJ Wallace got him for no gain. Wallace who made that play. He would have found his way to LA one way or another this weekend.
Yeah.
His other choice outside of UCLA was Wisconsin, who played USC at the Coliseum earlier today. And throw behind Evan Stewart. Another third down's coming.
The Big 12. I mean, Big 12. Yeah, I'm doing everything. Big 10 doubleheader today in LA.
It was 3rd and short. Oregon extended it with James. This is a 3rd and 10. Right at midfield and movement up top.
False start. Offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Oregon does this a lot with the motion man hard count. That time Connerly just forgot the call. It's putting them back. There's 76 right here up top. You saw 88 Patrick Herbert in motion.
Punted on their first drive, facing a 3rd and 15, and that is knocked down. Hoping to set up a screen. Sharif Say knocks it away. And it's punt time for Oregon again.
Kaika Malloy, defensive coordinator and company, only bringing 4, playing zone behind it. It's been effective in limiting Dillon Gabriel and company. You can see the screen is set up. They had it covered on the back end. And lucky that didn't tip up and become another pick 6. Be interesting if Oregon tried to do that right here.
John Bond was down at the bottom of the screen for UCLA, almost jumped. And that gets the wave inside the 15. Good punt from Ross James. Ethan Garbers, check on his ankle, see how he's feeling after this. Coming back out.
Ethan Garber seemed to have tweaked that right ankle after that last drive. When Oregon was on offense on the sideline, he walked up and down the sideline the whole time. They wrapped that ankle, and he's back out there. He's going to give it a go, guys.
Good stuff, Josh. Thank you. After that 3rd and 12. Went off limping last drive, and Harden is stuffed.
Swallowed.
Amari Washington makes the play.
Amari Washington, last seen playing fullback. You're going to see him right here. Whoops, sorry, right there. Just a little slipping inside and no chance to advance for the tailback.
The big man version.
Yes.
Travis Hunter. 2nd and 13 after Washington stuffed it for a loss of 3. And Garber's on target out to the perimeter. And Reed swings down Rico Flores close to Bruins' first down.
Nice timing right here by Garbers. Has the blitzer Devin Jackson right in his face. Good timing to Rico Flores. Tysheem Johnson does enough to finish the deal. Good job laying off there at the end. See him tough this out. See how his team responds around it.
But give him enough for the first down, 13 yards. Through that hobbled pocket for Garbers right now. It was a good connection week 1. Garbers to Flores. They went for 100 yards through the air, those two. Trying to recreate that in their 4th game. And the flag comes out behind the inside runner.
Holding. Offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Force leg right there doing the guilty walk. Here's 74 working on the 2nd level against Bassa. That's one of those ones where the athlete just tries to beat the guard in space, and No doubt about that one.
Takes penalty, sets up 1st and 20. And Garbers floats it down the seam for a first down. Jack Peterson starting to become more of an option after his touchdown last week. Garbers limps his way down the field with a first down.
Peterson just run a little bender, the vertical seam route underneath 0. Tysheem Johnson. Was that a, yep, it's a first down.
Tough. Garbers these last 2 drives. Moves the ball against this Oregon defense. With that right ankle that Josh just reported on. All taped up. And another ball underneath, and that's caught. Short gain of 4 before Reed comes up and makes the play. This game was headed for like a 5 or 6 score finish for Oregon. And UCLA out of the shadow of their own end zone, on the march, trying to make it a 1-score game. And that pile's moving forward. It's a first down. Jalen Berger took Jackson for a ride for 8 yards.
Yeah, nice job by the left guard and left tackle. Jeffers, 77 in there. Watch the push. They get the fan out to the blitzer. Bassa, 2's coming off the edge. That's a great job communicating that. Holsteg in there. Jeffers is in place of Unij, doing a nice job.
It was 28-3 Oregon right before the half. At the goal line, Oregon threw a pick. They went the other way for a touchdown. 10 unanswered points for UCLA since that throw. And Flores on a quick little route, wraps down after 5 yards. Garbers in the belly of Harden, and the Ducks are at his feet. It'll be 3rd down. Justin Jacobs. Yep.
Yeah. At that point, it's a 2-touchdown game if you're UCLA. Again, depending on what happens on this 3rd down play.
Maybe 2 plays to get 3 yards. Garbers moves the pocket, retreating, and knocked out of there. Brilliant coverage from Bassa. Blanketing Sturdivant, and it's 4th and 3.
Just turns into a 2-man route, and watch the blanket coverage. Oregon ends up really 5-on-2, and Bassa punching it to the sideline.
It was a haymaker on the ball.
Yeah, it was. Ball disruption right there.
2-score game. UCLA driving out past midfield. Trying to keep the drive alive.
Oregon's going to zone it out, just rushing 4.
And Garbers away, and it's tipped and picked. Either way, it's Oregon ball. Tysheem Johnson with the interception. So Oregon gets the ball back. Start of the 4th quarter. Looking for their first Big Ten win in conference play. Sadiq underneath on a tight end screen. And a hard finish to that run. Gets 9 yards on the play. Inside run, first down, Oregon.
Yeah, that's been a huge improvement for them. They've done a lot of it from this look right here, just a 4-man rush and split safeties, changing things up, making Oregon earn it. Dillon Gabriel, the hard kind of game, giving Will Stein a chance to work. Now right here, under 15 seconds, have to signal the play call in.
Play action. Gabriel given time, goes underneath. And that looked like it was going to go for more, but Sadiq
got tackled by the 0 right there.
Yep. Tripped up by this elite grass.
Yes. The safety's playing deep. You see the linebacker squared up, eyes on Gabriel. Nice job going through his progression. You see it right through it. Deliberate eyes. You always want to see that with the quarterback. And finding Sadiq for the short game.
Back to the run game. Whittington hopping his way near a first down. He's got it. First down, Ducks. That's the difference between Dillon Gabriel and Bo Nix, right? Or one of them is Bo Nix would get out of the pocket a little bit quicker. He would take off more. Gabriel hangs in there for a while.
Yes, almost to a fault, earlier on in the season. A lot of that was on the protection, not necessarily on him. But so much of this Will Stein offense is just get the ball out. It's de facto run game, air raid sort of principles. But then when you include that RPO action and the home run shot aspect with all of these athletes and that trigger man, that is dangerous.
Talked a bunch tonight about how much this game means for him against his former team. Not out there right now. He helped on the sideline. Jordan James to the edge. And tightrope the sideline and wrestles his way out of bounds. Kalen Moore came together. Bryan Addison tries to give it a go on the sideline. This is the play that knocked him out for at least that one play.
Yeah, getting a couple things looked at over here. Kind of linked his way to the sideline. I don't know exactly what that was. Checking his lower extremity.
James into the lap of Henderson. We were talking about Gabriel before that, how he hangs in the pocket for a while. We had a good conversation with Will Stein, the Oregon offensive coordinator, about who is more accurate. Bo Nix set the FBS single-season record last year, 77% completion. Dillon Gabriel's at 84% into this game. And he sat and thought about it for a long time and really couldn't pick between his two guys.
Yeah, and again, that's hard to do. There's a lot of guys who can't do that in practice. On air. 85%, that is hard.
Gabriel accurate underneath to Holden, who is lassoed down. Out comes free, and a whistle didn't blow. There is a flag as Oladejo runs this pack for UCLA.
Holden. There's not a grasp for the face mask. There's that left hand. I think Medrano for horse collar tackle on 20 did not really grab and turn the face mask. It might be really either one. Yeah, take your pick. It could be a face mask or a horse collar. They only call one of them though, so 15-yard penalty. And then seeing what happens with the ball.
The runner was ruled down. Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense number 20, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Even if the penalty didn't happen, it might not have been a fumble. That they did rule him down, but I think that would have been upheld on replay.
Half the distance penalty, first down.
And then Holden got shoved on the way by on the return by KJ Wallace. Oladejo running down the field, and Wallace just shoved his fist in his face.
Yeah, no bueno.
So wipe off the scoop and score. Instead, first and 10 Ducks inside the red zone. And James was stopped at first and twists to the edge and got no gain. One of the guys trying to replace big-time production on the D-line for UCLA last year. 3 pass rushers to the NFL. Murphy twins, Grayson and Gabriel, the Dolphins and Vikings. Gabriel, quick shot to the sideline. And third down after Sadiq has been very involved in place of injured Terrence Ferguson in the second half.
Watch Dillon Gabriel, a little sidearm slider adjustment here with a pew coming in his face. That's a big man in front of him, 6'6".
Field goal can make it 3 scores again. UCLA
in an unbalanced formation here. All the eligibles are up top. Got 2 guys on the ball, so it's a legal formation.
Illegal snap. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Illegal snap. It's just a double hitch right there. And had about 11 Bruins pointing that out for the officials.
Backs him up to third down and 9. And a late pressure. Gabriel runs away and fires a touchdown. He finds Tez Johnson for the second time tonight.
Nice job by Tez Johnson. You'll see him coming right to left. Ends up just matching Gabriel. Connerly does a great job on Toia to square him up and allow Gabriel to finish his throw. Touchdown Ducks.
He went 12 plays for a 12-yard touchdown for the year. That drive. And missed PAT for Sappington. Tez Johnson hit from 54 earlier. This from 12. Him and Gabriel hook up twice in the Rose Bowl. Dillon Gabriel hopes to join him. Our game summary features a lot of Dillon Gabriel tonight. He's hit Tez Johnson for a couple touchdowns.
Tez Johnson right there on the deep crosser, the pick six for Bryan Addison, who was back in there. And then the last play, the little scramble drill action with Tez Johnson showing in the window for Dillon Gabriel doing the rest.
Oregon went down the field and scored on that last Johnson touchdown. Missed the PAT though, and that thing almost broke. Flag is out at the end of it.
Holding. Return team number 83, half the distance to the goal, first down.
There. He's still got the wild card to figure out the National League.
We're going to draft Boettcher. We'll be all right.
The Astros already.
We'll trade for him.
Garbers has that knocked out. Gilmer out in the edge.
You know, everything has been a 3 to 6 yard throw, and everybody in the stadium starts sitting on all these things. And when you got to operate that many times in a row, that allows Jabbar Muhammad to rip that one out, tip the pick to Tysheem Johnson earlier.
As the ankle wrapped up, trying to gut through it. Go quick strike, chasing 3 scores. End zone, got to be careful down there. There was a flag that came out.
It's a 4-man rush, but
going on the field, an incomplete pass, personal foul, illegal helmet contact, hands to the face, defense number 90, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's him. Start working. Watch the right hand to the face of Holstig. No doubt about it.
Garber's being hit a lot. He's been hit more than any quarterback in the Big Ten these first few weeks of the season. He comes out here and taking another shot. Hurt ankle with his head. Justin Martin is in the game at quarterback. The backup for Garbers. A wide snap that he has to handle fresh into the game. This was the hit that Garbers took that knocked him out.
Caldwell had the right hand to the face. Looked like got the left paw up right there. Again, nothing illegal about that. High contact to the shoulder. I think just as you said, a cumulative effect. See what Martin can bring to the table.
And his first pass was knocked away by Tyler Turner. So he paves way for Justin Martin, who just threw his second career pass. Now in his 3rd year at UCLA. Oregon showing the new quarterback some pressure up at the line. They're coming. They picked up Bassa. And Martin with a good throw to the wide side. Gilmer yard short of the first down.
Defense coordinator Tosh Lupoy says, welcome to the game, young fella. Bringing a little pressure and a assertive throw to the wide side of the field. As you said, that is a long throw. Set up a 4th and 1. UCLA is going to take a timeout, knowing that this is
Starts timeout, UCLA. This will be a full timeout.
Very accurate comparison right there. First ballot Hall of Famer and a slap.
We need to go inside the film room with Mark Helfrich with that comp. 4th down, UCLA trying to keep their hopes alive, and they do. Harden is ahead for the first down.
They're going to go fast here with the young quarterback. Great chance for him to get some experience. Nice job again, TJ Harden doing some positive things here. 4th and 2.
55 yards on the night for Harden on the ground. Backup quarterback Martin taking his first shot and incomplete into double coverage. Rico Flores is covered up by Dante Manning and Tysheem Johnson. So last year, if Garbers would have gone out of the game, it would have been Dante Moore coming into the game. The 5-star quarterback that was thought to be the future at UCLA. Off season, he decides he wants to be an Oregon Duck, and he transfers to be the quarterback in waiting on the other side of this game.
Yeah, and all signs point to him being phenomenal thus far in Eugene. All the coaches rave about his performance. A phenomenal high school football player as well, recruited by everyone.
And Martin running out of time, and Harmon shoves him down. He did get back to the line. Yeah, it was a several touchdown lead for Indiana when Martin got in for the first time a couple of weeks ago. And it was because the game was out of hand. This one's because Garbers looked like he was headed back toward the locker room for UCLA at that last timeout. Facing a 3rd and long. Martin adjusted to the snap and hangs in through pressure and put a ball on his guy, but it's broken up.
SWAT. And Gilmer actually does a good job of extending back to it. You'll see it right at the top of the route. Brandon Johnson in coverage, and then Tysheem Johnson with the rip out. That man enjoying some ball disruption.
Call that shampoo coverage, Johnson and Johnson.
I like it. Yeah. How long have you been sitting on that one?
Just thought of it, honestly. 7 minutes to go. Oregon sitting on a 3-score lead. Johnson's already scored a couple of touchdowns as a receiver, and he has submarined past the 20.
He should have had a touchdown pass as well.
Should have. Well, hey, Oregon is playing on Friday night, so they'll have a quick turnaround after this late-night game. The Spartans are into Autzen Stadium at 9 o'clock Eastern time next Friday night.
Jonathan Smith, former Oregon State Beaver.
Also seeing his old rival. So you've got your tiers set up, and you came up with these before the Ohio State-Penn State games went final, but Penn State, Ohio State handled business. They stay in your top tier.
This is the top, and then kind of got a little bit of everything in the mix between Michigan, who's still working on the forward pass. Got very lucky today. SC had a bunch of turnovers in the first half. Nice comeback victory today in the south side of town. And then really on the end here, I was similar to Oregon, has probably the best schedule of everybody going forward. They're probably going to lose to Ohio State and maybe end up 10-2. And when you've got Parker coordinating the defense and Kirk Ferentz at the helm, anything can happen. And then probably another eye, right? You're going to give Illinois some love, Indiana some love.
Illinois took their first loss tonight, top 20 matchup in Happy Valley. If I were to have told you that we were 5 weeks into the season and there were 5 undefeated Big Ten teams left, who would be those
exactly,
5?
And absolutely who they are is the amazing part.
Who would have been those 5, though? You probably would have said Ohio State, Michigan maybe in that group. They had Texas.
Texas. That was not going to happen.
And Oregon, one of 5 teams that trying to end week 5 undefeated. And Gabriel across the middle. And they did lose their top tight end in this game. Herbert and Sadiq have played most of the second half. In the first down.
You talked about him hanging in there earlier, Dillon Gabriel, and they're in go fast mode here. Doing a nice job standing in there and throwing a strike to Patrick Herbert.
In that Big Ten conversation, though, how about Rutgers and Indiana?
Phenomenal.
Those are the 2 surprises to a lot of people sitting undefeated. Kurt Cignetti in his first year at Indiana. Greg Schiano at Rutgers doing a great job. Gabriel back across the middle, and Henderson with the coverage brings up second down.
Had a very big opening. You'll play it with him. Just a little bit of that long wind-up mode. He has a tendency to do that. He'll drop the ball down sometimes. That's where that 15% comes from. He misses,
How about no sacks tonight allowed?
Yes.
The Oregon offensive line.
Huge. And every moment that, all matters, and you see all these upsets every week. Ask or miss, right? Ask everybody going backwards. Just got to finish with a -0. Was Oregon great elite tonight? No. But it looks like it's going to be a -0. As long as you control that 0, the beauty contest doesn't have to begin. But a one-loss team, a two-loss team, that's when, you know, you go and compare it to these SEC teams or the ACC, Big 12, and so on. And so far, so good for Oregon.
The front half of the schedule has really given Oregon a chance to ramp up to October 12th. Everybody has had that date circled. They play Ohio State on October 12th. Friday night game next week on Fox against Michigan State. Then they'll get a little extra time to prep for Ohio State. A little skirmish at the end of that play. Flag is dropped down before 4th down.
I think that was the...
After the play, personal foul, late hit, defense, number 7. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
It's on KJ Wallace for UCLA.
Yeah, so Traeshon Henderson was blocking him a little bit past the whistle, and you know, the second guy reacted. Here it is, Traeshon Henderson right there, number 1, right in the middle of your screen. Blowing the whistle, blowing the whistle. He threw him down right there, and then he threw him down, so he threw him down again, 15 yards. It's in the manual.
Put that one on your combat fighting reel. Play-by-play reel. Dip inside 4 minutes. Jordan James submerged ahead for a 4-yard gain. As you watch the tape this week, you had 3 games on film for Oregon. First 2 games, there were some moments that Duck fans were real concerned. Do you have as much concern as Duck fans were expressing after watching their tape?
I think they're improving, you know, every game. Oregon State was not their toughest test. Boise State played pretty well, and, you know, without Tez Johnson or no Winnington creating return magic, that's, you know, a game-winning field goal situation. Idaho hit a couple trick plays. They've cleaned up, you know, some of the unblocked defenders in the backfield. They've cleaned up some of the O-line communication, getting Lalo Ulu in there. Seems to have stabilized things. They've run the ball today, you know, kind of a normal down situation, better than they have in any of these other games.
Preseason number 3 team. Starting Big Ten at number 8. Looking like they're on their way to 1-0 in their first Big Ten game. It's time for tonight's Above and Beyond, sponsored by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. Gabriel, James, Johnson, all with big nights. And as you mentioned, Tez Johnson very easily could have 3 total touchdowns.
Yes. Yeah.
Just missed Herbert on a wide receiver pass to his tight end. Oregon lets more clock wind. This should take us to the 2-minute timeout. What do you think is more accurate? We asked Will Stein, Bo Nix, or Dillon Gabriel. You're going to give me the you're going to give me the coach speak toss-up?
The answer's yes.
Still mad about you about being non-committal about Travis Hunter.
Full defensive tackle, fullback.
Thanks.
Focus, Connor.
Head for a 1st down. What else can I get out of you?
And a quarterback change.
Yeah. Here's Dante Moore, right?
No.
No.
Novosad.
Well, it's going to be Novosad.
Austin Novosad in there, 16, yep.
So not Dante Moore against his old team. Novosad hasn't played this year. He did play in a few games last year. And Oregon keeps it on the ground. Gunslinger out of Texas. Novosad. Got 4 scholarship quarterbacks on their roster. Gabriel, Moore, Novosad, the top 3. Well, some people looking on with interest on what Oregon is going to do here.
Hey, we used to say in certain locations around the country, but now it's everywhere around the country with interest. And the victory mode.
Well, it's a happy Big Ten opener for Oregon and Dan Lanning. Their first ever Big Ten conference win, 34-13 over UCLA. So Deshaun Foster in his first year as the head coach drops to 1-3 for UCLA.